Hey guys, history behind the warrior, and today we're going to be talking about Sonya Blade, pre-Mortal Kombat. Sonya Blade is a member of the US Special Forces unit, and is given the mission of capturing the Black Dragon leader, Kano. This mission was made easier due to the fact that Kano had killed her previous partner. Sonya and her team were in hot pursuit of Kano, but when they arrived at Shang Tsung's island, they were ambushed. After they were captured, Shang Tsung made a deal with Sonya Blade for her to participate in the tournament or her unit would be killed. Sonya then regrettably accepted the invitation. After Shang Tsung was defeated by Liu Kang, Sonya teamed up with Johnny Cage and Kano to fight Goro. During the battle, the island began to fall apart, and Sonya and Kano were taken prisoner to Outworld by Shang Tsung to appease the Emperor Shao Kahn. Mortal Kombat 2. Whilst being a prisoner in Outworld, Sonya was somehow able to send a signal to Jax. Jax then travelled to Outworld to rescue her. During the second Mortal Kombat tournament, she was chained up and put on display, much like Kano. After Shao Kahn was defeated, she was freed by Jax, who arrested Kano. But as they were travelling through the portal back to Earth, Kano escaped and ran back into Outworld. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. When Sonya and Jax returned to Earthrealm, they tried to warn the United States government of the impending invasion from Outworld. Despite their claims, they were dismissed. The day finally arrived when Shao Kahn stripped Earthrealm of all human souls, only allowing a few to survive. During the events of Mortal Kombat 3, Sonya faced Kano. The two began fighting each other, with Kano gaining the upper hand and kicking Sonya into a stone gargoyle. Kano advanced to kill Sonya until Sonya grabbed Kano and threw him off the roof, which he apparently fell to his death. Mortal Kombat 4. After Shao Kahn's invasion failed, Sonya became a member of Earth's own Outer World Investigation Agency. Whilst being a member of this new agency, they constantly came across the Black Dragons. During the events of Mortal Kombat 4, Sonya teamed up with Jax, Raiden and Liu Kang to free the realm of Edenia from the elder god Shinnok. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Many years later, Sonya would once again heed Raiden's call. This was due to the formation of the Deadly Alliance, who consisted of Quan Chi and Shang Tsung. The two had slain Shao Kahn and Liu Kang. Coincidentally, two of Sonya's OIA agents had also disappeared, it being Cyrax and Ken Chi. Sonya would be one of the many Earthrealm warriors who were killed fighting the Deadly Alliance, alongside Jax, Johnny Cage, Kitana and Kung Lao. Mortal Kombat Deception. The Deadly Alliance's victory was short-lived, as Onaga had been resurrected moments after their victory. Sonya would be one of the many Earthrealm warriors that were resurrected and enslaved by Onaga. But not long after, Onaga would be defeated, and Sonya and the other Earthrealm warriors would be freed and restored to normality by Ermac. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Sonya and her IOA forces found Sector and his men invading territory protected by Earthrealm. After her ship destroyed Sector's, she found a tracer that was attached to an Edenian warrior named Taven. Sonya would then travel to Arctica to confront Taven. She soon found the Edenian warrior and attempted to interrogate him. Although Taven was innocent, he was withholding information, in which Sonya then attacked him. During the battle, Taven managed to convince her that he had nothing to do with Sector. Sonya begins to believe him and leaves him alone and continues her way back to the Special Forces base. Sonya would later take part in the Battle of Armageddon, where she would be killed much like everyone else. Now we can jump to the Mortal Kombat reboot. Mortal Kombat 9. In this universe, we find out that as a child, Sonya idolized her father, a US Marine. One day her father embarked on a mission and never returned. She vowed to honor his memory. She did this by joining the Marine Corps. Sonya's dedication and attitude didn't earn her many friends, but you couldn't deny how good she was. The real reason she joined the Marine Corps was to find out the truth behind her father's disappearance. But as she grew older in the Marine Corps, she began to give her dreams up. At some point before the Mortal Kombat 9 story, Jax is kidnapped, and Sonya embarks on the mission, which gets her caught up in the mysterious Mortal Kombat tournament. Sonya first appears with Johnny Cage whilst Shang Tsung is explaining the tournament process. During the explanation, Cage begins hitting on Sonya, and she eventually gets annoyed and leaves him. Sonya then begins looking for Jax, who is being held prisoner. However, once again Johnny Cage appears and begins hitting on her once more. Sonya becomes irritated by this and attacks him. Although the two fight, Sonya is ultimately defeated. After being defeated, Johnny Cage is thrown off the bridge by Kano. Kano then confronts her and begins toying with her with his eye laser until Johnny Cage gets back on the bridge. Johnny Cage manages to save Sonya's life by defeating Kano. Sonya thanks the actor and then sets out alone to pursue Jax. Sonya manages to locate Jax in a prison cell. Whilst she is attempting to free him, Shang Tsung appears and forces her to fight Sub-Zero. After she defeats the ninja, she attempts to challenge Shang Tsung himself, with Raiden appearing and telling her not to do so. This understandably aggravates her and she attacks Raiden. Whilst the two are fighting, Raiden understands what Sonya's attempting to do and he creates a flash of light, blinding Shang Tsung and his guards. Sonya uses this distraction and rescues Jax. Once they get out of Goro's lair, Sonya lets Jax rest while she attempts to call a evacuation team. When attempting to do so, she is confronted by Katana and Jade, who fight her. After defeating the two, the helicopter finally arrives, only to be shot down by one of Shang Tsung's fireballs. Shang Tsung then makes Sonya fight Kano. She defeats her old enemy and tries to arrest him, but Shang Tsung stops her. Sonya asks Shang Tsung to help Jax, but he just laughs and leaves. Luckily, Raiden appears and heals Jax's wounds, in which Sonya is informed of the situation regarding Earthrealm. Sonya is one of the Earthrealm warriors who witnesses Scorpion returning with the dead Sub-Zero's remains. She's then next seen at the winning ceremony for Liu Kang after he has defeated Shang Tsung. During the evening of the ceremony, the Wushu Academy is attacked by Tarkatans, and Sonya is taken hostage by Shang Tsung. Sonya is discovered by Jax, Cage and Raiden at the Deadpool being guarded by Shiva and her minions. After Shiva is defeated and Sonya is freed, the team then split up. Whilst searching for a mysterious signal, they enter the Soul Chamber where they find Sub-Zero. They are shocked to see him there as they remember Sub-Zero being killed, but they are informed by this new Sub-Zero that is actually his younger brother. As they are talking, Ermac emerges from his recuperation chamber. Jack attempts to stop Ermac but has his arms telekinetically ripped off. This forces Sonya to cauterize Jax's wounds with her energy rings. After Ermac is defeated, Sonya asks Kuai Liang if she can assist him in taking Jax back to Earthrealm. He tells her that he must leave as he has to fight Scorpion. This leaves Sonya to take Jax back to Earthrealm by herself, much to her annoyance. Sonya is seen much later on in the game, where Raiden is having a meeting with the Earthrealm warriors to discuss Shao Kahn's invasion of Earthrealm. After Raiden leaves, they are attacked by Lin Kuei cyborgs, and after that attacked by Queen Sindel. Many of the Earthrealm warriors are killed except Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. When Raiden and Liu Kang return, they realize what has happened, and Liu Kang tends to her and Johnny Cage's injuries. Sonya and Johnny Cage then next appear after Raiden mortally wounds Liu Kang. The two then attempt to stop Shao Kahn from entering Earthrealm but are both easily knocked out. After Shao Kahn is defeated, Sonya and Johnny come to Raiden's side, as Raiden talks about the terrible cost of their victory. The three of them are then determined to rebuild Earthrealm. Now I normally cover the comic books, but there's just been way too much that's been going on in the comic books, so I'll be doing another separate series that will be talking about the comic books and what happens in it. So I'll leave this section out for now, but when that series is ready and it's all prepped up to start going, I'll link this from here to that series. So for now this is going to be kept out, but I'll fill you guys in with what happens through the Mortal Kombat X game. Mortal Kombat X. A few years later, after the events of the last game, Sonya accompanies Johnny and Ken Shi on their mission to stop Shinnok from poisoning the Jinsei chamber. When travelling to the Jinsei chamber via helicopter, their aircraft is assaulted by a brainwashed Scorpion and Sub-Zero. The pilot is killed and Sonya is forced to gain control of the aircraft, managing to crash land it safely. After the two revenants are defeated, they then travel to the Jinsei chamber on foot. When they arrive at the Jinsei chamber, Sonya and Johnny attempt to fight Shinnok, but they are quickly subdued. Shinnok attempts to kill Sonya with his amulet, but Johnny leaps out in front of the attack, blocking it with his inner power. After Shinnok is defeated, Sonya passes out from her injuries, but is satisfied that they've won. During the climax of the Netherrealm War, Sonya and Johnny track down Quan Chi to his fortress. When they are there, they are forced to fight three revenants, that being Jax, Sub-Zero and Scorpion. During this confrontation, Johnny Cage is severely injured when Jax goes behind him and stabs him. Sonya manages to incapacitate Quan Chi and take down Jax, but is unable to save Johnny or stop the new Revenant from forming. Luckily, Raiden teleports within the lair and is able to reverse Quan Chi's magic. Whilst Raiden is trying to save Johnny Cage, Sonya takes this time to separate Quan Chi's link to the Flesh Pit and Revenant creator by pretty much brutally beating the crap out of him. Raiden is successful, not only saving Johnny Cage's life and stopping him from becoming a Revenant, but also releasing Jax, Scorpion and Sub-Zero from Quan Chi's control. Over the next few years, Sonya and Johnny Cage conceive Cassie Cage and actually get married for a little while, but due to the strain that Sonya has put on their relationship and family because of her devotion to the Special Forces, they get divorced. There's actually a lot of animosity between Sonya and Johnny Cage, and this can be seen many times. When the refugees from Li Mei's village arrive in Earthrealm, Sonya is tipped off that Kano's among them. When a refugee woman turns up dead by one of Kano's neckties, she tracks him down and defeats him. Sonya loses control and nearly kills Kano until Johnny manages to stop her, telling her that this shouldn't be another thing she regrets. Sonya releases Kano and the Special Forces learn of the location of Shinnok's amulet. Later on, she visits Jax and convinces him to aid the Special Forces on their mission to capture Quan Chi, as his experiences from being a Revenant was vital. It is revealed by Jax that he holds a grudge towards Sonya for allowing Jackie Briggs to join the Special Forces, but the two make peace and Jax joins them. After the successful capture, Scorpion, now known as Hanzo Hasashi, attempts to kill Quan Chi and is forced to fight Sonya and the Special Forces with his Shirai Ryu clan. Sonya is one of the Earthrealm warriors who witnesses Hanzo decapitate Quan Chi. Just before Quan Chi was killed, he was able to free Shinnok from his amulet. She is unable to stop Shinnok from taking Johnny prisoner and passes out once Cassie and her group shows up. After the final battle between Cassie and Shinnok, with Cassie proving victorious, Sonya and the Special Forces raid the Sky Temple and capture Shinnok and Devora. Sonya comforts Johnny and commemorates him, which Johnny again happily refers that she referred to him as Johnny. This in turn reunites the Cage family once more. And this is the end of Sonya Blade's story. I have to admit, this one's actually quite interesting. I never paid too much attention to her, but I'm quite glad that I did this video because now I know a little bit more about her and you guys do too. Now, as I said in the video of the comic book section, I'll be doing another series and it's actually going to start next year. I've decided that I'm going to keep Mortal Kombat going all the way till Christmas, and then after that, bam, a new series. It's kind of obvious what it's going to be, but I'm not really going to say too much because you guys can kind of figure it out for yourself. But anyway, here's a little preview for next week's episode.
Ancestors, give me strength.
So yeah, you guys are getting Nightwolf next week. And I have to admit, I originally planned to do Jax next week, but I did Kano this week and I did Sonya Blade this week too. And due to the fact that all these characters are so close together, I kind of wanted to break away and do someone else and then come back to Jax. So I will be doing Jax most likely the week after unless something else turns up, because I see a lot of people voting for Cabal. And I'm just kind of like, might do Cabal, but we'll have to wait and see. But for now, please comment, like, subscribe and share this video, and I'll see you guys next time.